Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, I have a super exciting video coming your way. Everyone always says that when they do what's on my iPhones. Don't know what's so exciting about them, but there you go. I wanted to be a part of the cool kids club too, so super exciting video. Enjoy the video. Today, I'm going to be doing a what's on my iPhone. So I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max in gold and the 512GB version, and the only reason I'm telling you that is so that I can reference this Vine right here.
You used to call me on my iPhone, rose gold 6S plus 64 gigabytes.
Super old Vine, I know, but that's literally just what came to my mind, and I had to reference it. So anyways, I actually wasn't gonna film this video, but then I got 2 video requests for this, and they were my first video requests ever, so of course I had to honor that. So here I am delivering to you this video. Not sure why anybody wants to know what's on my iPhone, because I feel like we all kind of have the same apps, but I don't know, maybe I have something interesting that you don't have, and then you can go and download it, and that's the purpose of these videos, I guess. Or maybe you're just nosy and you just want to see what's on my iPhone. But anyways, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit right here and I'm gonna put the phone recording thing right over here. You guys already know the deal. So let's start the screen recording. So my lock screen is basically just this photo of this sunset in LA. I found it on Pinterest and I thought it was really pretty, but when you do a long press or a force touch, you get this slideshow of these photos of me and my friends and like these photos and boomerangs that I took on vacation. So I'm just gonna let it all play and you can see it all. And that was that. And if you're curious on how to do that, I'm going to show you later on in the video, so stay tuned if you wanted to know how to do that. When you swipe up, you're greeted with my home screen. So the first app I have is Clock, and there's really nothing interesting about that except for the fact that look at all of these alarms that I have. It's literally the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, but I just wanted to share that with you. Then I have Camera, Settings, and Calendar, which are all apps that the iPhone comes with. And then I have VSCO, and this is my VSCO feed. If you were curious, it's mainly just like travel photos and then some photos of myself. Then I have the Photos app and the Apple Maps app, which I actually don't use, so I don't know why I don't delete it, but I keep it there anyways. Actually, no, it does have one useful feature. If you park your car and you don't remember where you parked it, like the Apple Maps app actually tells you like where your parked car is, so that's pretty cool. Then I have Google Maps, and I don't use Google Maps when I'm driving. However, I use it when I'm in the city and I want to go from one place to the next. It tells me exactly what subways I need to take and whatnot, so I find it useful for that. And then I have the Mail app, and I know that's like a ridiculous amount of notifications, but I don't even use that specific app, so I don't really care about those notifications. And I'm not going to clean it out because I'm subscribed to so many mailing lists that it's just going to get refilled again in like a week. So no, it's just going to stay like that for the time being until I unsubscribe to all those mailing lists. Yeah. Then I have App Store and the Amazon Alexa app, and the reason I have this app is because I have 3 lamps that are like plugged into these things that you can buy, and then you can control them on your phone or just with your voice. So for example, if I click on lamp right and then I turn it off, did it just get darker in here? Can you tell? Yeah, like you can kind of tell. See? Or you could just do it with your voice. For example, Alexa, turn off lamp right. Boom. And then you see that it turned off, and I can turn it on again from there. So that's what I have that app for. And then I have the Google Translate app, and I don't really use this app anymore, so I don't know why it's on literally my home screen. I used to use it when I was taking French, Italian, and Spanish in school. Now I don't really need it anymore, but I still keep it there just in case I ever need it, and that's that. On the next page, we have my phone app, which is, you know, I'm not even gonna, we all know what that is. Next, I have my TD Bank app, which is basically just my banking app. And then I have the Starbucks app, which you can just order ahead and get your rewards and stuff. I'm pretty sure you probably know how a reward system works, so that's that. And then I have Schedulefly, which is basically just the schedule maker that my job makes, and they give us our schedules every week. Okay, I don't know how else to explain that. On the next row, I have Twitter, Weather, and Waze, which is actually what I do use when I'm driving to get from place to place. That's what I prefer. And then I have Find My, which is the iOS 13 thing that combined Find My iPhone and Find My Friends. I have this here because I have a lot of my friends' location, but more importantly, my parents and I, we all share our locations, and when I ask them to pick me up from somewhere, or if I just want to see if they're home or something, I use that, and instead of having to bother them, I can just find out instantly without having to bother them. I just said that. Then I have Instagram and the Gmail app, which is actually Then I have the Gmail app, which is the app that I actually do use for mail, not the iPhone mail app. Then I have YouTube.
But I don't know what that is.
Like, I just don't know what that is.
Bad joke. My apologies. I'm sorry. That was such a bad joke. Then I have Boomerang, and if you were curious, I'm going to show you some of my favorite boomerangs that I took. So the first one is this one. It was right here in New York City. Then I have this one, which is at the continental westernmost point of Europe in Portugal. I thought this was literally so gorgeous. Oh my god, it was the nicest thing It was so pretty. Okay. Then I have this one, which I also took in Portugal. Then I have this also in Portugal right by the last one, but this was just kind of like a different angle of it. Then I have this from Venice Beach, California, and I don't really like this because I was like moving the phone in the Boomerang, and that's like a pet peeve of mine. So there's that. I thought it was still pretty. I'm sorry. I literally just said I thought it was pretty to the last 10 of these. Clearly someone needs to buy me a thesaurus. I'm gonna stop explaining these. This is wasting too much time. I'm just gonna show you the rest that I like. Okay, out of this app. Now onto the next line. We have 4 games, and I actually have a games folder on the next page, but when I download some new games, I usually just keep them on this page until I get sick of them, and then I decide whether to delete them or move them to the folder specifically designated for the games on the next page. So the first game that I have is called 2048 Solitaire, and I'm gonna show you guys how to play this game really quickly. I'm not gonna play this for that long because I could literally play this for probably 8 hours. Like, I've literally played this for hours and hours and hours on end. I wouldn't say I have an obsession, but when I do begin to play it, it's very difficult for me to stop. Like, no joke, I cannot stop. I'm gonna do like a fast forwarded gameplay just so you can get like an understanding of the game, and yeah, let's start that right now. Okay, yeah, so I got the 2048 card. That's the premise of the game, but you can kind of keep going until you run out of options, and it actually passes the time really well. I mean, look at my high score. Like, not to
toot my own horn,
but it's literally 158 million. Okay, yeah, that game took me like 6 hours to play. I spent like a few days playing the game, and I got to that high score until I lost. And yeah, then I have a game called Slices, and this is a game that I saw on an Instagram ad. I actually saw the last one on an Instagram ad too, and I don't know why I get like so suckered into downloading these Instagram ad games. I usually end up deleting them, but these have like really been passing the time pretty well for me. So the premise of this game is that you have to fill up the pies. If you fill up one pie, it clears the 2 pies next to it, and you basically just can't run out of moves. It sometimes gets very difficult though, because they'll give you the same piece again and again and again and again, and if you haven't cleared a pie, obviously you're gonna lose. And my theory is that they do this so that you could watch their ads to like keep going, but I'm not all about that life. If I lose, I lose, and that's that. I try again. So yeah, I'm gonna do like a quick little gameplay of this, fast forward it again, and you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I literally just messed that up like 6 times. So I lost. And see, it says continue if you want to watch an ad. We're not going to do that though. I lost because I actually messed up, and I know exactly where I messed up too, which is the annoying part. But anyways, that's that. It usually takes me a few tries to complete the level because sometimes I'll mess up accidentally like I just did, and sometimes they'll just like
not bless me with the pieces that I need.
The next game I have is Call of Duty Mobile. I'm not going to get into that, but I've been literally playing this every free second of every day that I could possibly find.
But she's a gamer.
Okay, cringe.
Anyways, the last game I have on this row is called I Peel Good.
And let me tell you,
This is the dumbest game on the planet. I have never downloaded a stupider game in my life. I saw this on an Instagram ad like 2 days ago, so I got it because they freaking got me like that. So we're gonna show you how to play it. The premise of this game, right now I don't know why it's a box of chocolates, but usually you have to peel a fruit, but I guess right now we're peeling a box of chocolates. So you hold the knife or whatever utensil that you're using, sometimes you use a different one, and you just peel it, and the goal is to get like the longest peel. There's no way to lose at this game, and so that's that. I find it fun though, like if you're just doing nothing and you want like some sort of therapeutic like time passing, I don't know, this is the game for that. And then at the end it gives you a fun fact about whatever you just peeled. Okay, so I'm literally on level 107 now, which just shows you how much time that I have doing nothing. Like, this is like what I'll do when I really truly just have nothing to do. Like, look at how pointless this is.
This is so pointless. Why am I doing this?
Okay, no, we're not gonna do the next level too. That's that game. Super pointless. Don't know why I like it. I literally just think that it passes the time well. I don't know. Then if you go on to the next page, I have a bunch of folders and then a line of apps. So the first folder I have is called Extras, and in here we have Wallet, Voice Memos, the Watch app, which is actually not currently connected to my watch because I was
too lazy to do that with my new phone, and now my watch is just sitting here being useless. I don't know what this voice is
that I'm doing, but
we're gonna stop it now. Then I have an app called Giffy, or like Giffy, like GIF, whatever. I forgot which one it actually is. I'm sorry, I forgot. But anyways, this app is an app that I don't use the actual app for. So basically this is an app on its own, but the way that I use it is when you go to send a message, you can find it over here and you can like send any GIFs that you want, like from the trending page. You can also search up any GIFs that you want. So for example, what should I search up? Meme. You could send this meme. This is a pretty old meme, it's pretty stale, but you can send this meme if you wanted to send it. You can send really like any meme. It's really similar to the Apple Images one, but I kind of prefer Giffy or Jiffy, whichever one it is. You know what I'm saying. I kind of prefer that one. Don't know why. Don't really have a reason. Don't ask me for a reason because I don't have one, but I prefer that one and that's my reason. The next app that I have is called Activity and it's a default app that I don't use. The only reason I would ever use this app is if I feel like I just walked like a crazy amount in a certain day, I'll go and I'll check how much I walked. Doesn't happen very frequently, so I don't use it very frequently, but when it does happen, that's when I use it. Then I have an app called Speed Test, which basically just reads you your internet speed. Then I have the Health app, and I don't use this app. Then I have Calculator, and then I have Reminders. Then I have FaceTime and Bitmoji. I'll show you my Bitmoji. Let me know if you think it looks like me. My hair doesn't really look like that right now because it's not wavy, but I'm gonna try to make the same face as the Bitmoji is making, so. Okay, that's really creepy. They also don't have my eye color because I have hazel eyes, so I just had to do light brown, even though that looks really different from my eye color. But then brown was just too brown and green was just too green. And Bitmoji, if you're watching, you should add hazel eyes as an option.
Thank you, that's my PSA.
Next, I have the Shortcuts app, which is new to iOS 13. I don't know how to use it, so I haven't used it, so it's here. And maybe if I figure out how to use it one day, then I'll use it. But for now, I'm not using it. Then I have the My Media app, and this is basically, if you guys remember, like maybe 6 years ago-ish, I want to say, before Apple Music and Spotify were a thing, or like a regular thing, and everyone would have those apps on their phone where you would download music onto them. This is basically what that is, and I don't use this all that frequently, but when there isn't a song on Apple Music, no, I don't even use Apple Music, I use Spotify. What? When there isn't a song on Spotify that I want on my phone, I download it to there and I can listen to it like that, and
that's what that is.
then I have Date Calculator, which such a pointless app. Honestly, you can roast me for having this app. Basically, let's say you want to know the date difference between March 26th, 2019 and October 26th, 2021. The date difference, the day difference, the amount of days that goes by. I don't know how to explain, but you know what I'm saying. Is 946 days, or you know, 2 years, 7 months, and 6 days. I don't know why I have this app, but I have it. And if you need an app that does this, like, there you go. This is the app that I use. Nobody's ever gonna need this app, but I use it. And yeah, you can very easily just Google this, but like, why not have a whole app for it? I don't know. Then I have Cal Convert. And this is hands down the best conversion app, and it's free too. I'm pretty sure it could maybe just not be free, but I'm pretty sure it was free when I got it. It's the best conversion app on the planet. Okay, so you can convert literally any of these things. So amazing. But let's say you wanted to convert acceleration, right? You're taking physics. Let's just say. So you have the mile per hour to kilometer per hour conversion, because those are the two that I just use most frequently. But you can also do all of these, and then you can select your faves and whatnot. And yeah, oh my god, wait, acceleration. Why was I using that? Speed is where you would want to be converting like miles per hour to kilometers per hour. I'm sorry, I just had a really dumb moment. You can also do currencies, and they refresh live. And then you can also select your favorite currencies. They literally have everything. You can do density, like for whatever reason, whatever science class that is, if you need it. There you go. All this stuff. Force, frequency, all this stuff that like most people don't need, but if you're taking a science class might be useful, or genuinely just want like a really good converter, this is the app for you. This is all sounding like one big fat sponsorship, but it's
Literally not.
If you need a good conversion app, get this one. All right, I'm gonna stop talking about this app. The next app that I have is called ZocDoc, and basically this app just allows you to make doctor's appointments. You can find new doctors for absolutely any field of doctors. Like, I don't know if that works grammatically, not even Grammarly. Grammarly is a freaking Google Chrome extension, and this would be the perfect time for me to be sponsored by Grammarly, because I could have just like finessed my way into that sponsorship, but no, not a sponsor. I didn't even mean to talk about Grammarly. You know what? I'm just gonna cut this all out. Am I? I don't know. We'll see. You can find a doctor for absolutely any field of doctor that you might like, whether that's a dentist, a primary care physician, a therapist, any kind of doctor, absolutely any kind of doctor. You can find all the doctors around you with your insurance. You can set up an appointment through the app, and you can read reviews on all these doctors. And yeah, I really like that app. I actually used it recently to like set up a dentist appointment. This also sounds like a sponsorship. Like, I don't know. Okay. Moving on, the next folder that we have is called Photo, and in here I have Moldiv, Mold Ivy, I don't know. It's basically a collage app, your classic 2013 collage app. It has all these frames. I don't really use this anymore because collages aren't a thing anymore, but we're just gonna make one real quick just for funsies. We got that. Time to take a second. Oh, that was really ugly. And then you can just adjust the frame. This one we're gonna make it a little taller because the photos are taller, and then you can move them around. And boom, that's your collage app. Then I have Adobe Lightroom, which is basically an app that I use to color correct my photos. If they're looking a little yellow, I fix them in Adobe Lightroom. Then I have Lively. I'm just gonna use this. This was originally a photo. Like if you go to my album, it's a photo, but this app takes it and turns it into a movie. So literally all you have to do is click export movie, and then all of a sudden it's a movie. If you wanna post it to your Instagram story as a movie, it's now not a photo, it's a movie. Pretty cool app, I don't know. This was like really especially useful when like posting live photos with Flash but as a video was a thing on Instagram a few years ago. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was a thing where I lived and like a lot of the people in my high school were doing it, so this was useful for that. But now I don't really have that much of a use for it, but if you have a use for it, go ahead and download it. Then I have Superimpose X, and this is what I use to make my thumbnails. Not much to say about that. Then I have Fonto, which I also use to make my thumbnails. That's what I use to put the text over my thumbnails. And then these last two apps in this folder are what I use to create my lock screen thing that I showed you guys, the slideshow. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. If you want to find out, keep watching. What am I saying? So in order to do this, you have to first open up InShot. It's basically just a super basic video editor. You're gonna want to import everything that you're gonna want in the video or like in your lock screen thing, whatever. You can use any video editor for the phone that you want, but I prefer this one. So I just have it selected on this one because that's the canvas size for my iPhone. And then change the duration of the first photo to about 0.2 seconds or 0.1, however you want it, because that's gonna be the photo that's as your lock screen anyways. And so when you click on it, you're gonna just want the video to immediately start playing. So yeah, you're gonna change the duration, and then I'm gonna make it zoomed all the way in so that it can just be zoomed all the way in. And then you can just make your video however you want. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time talking about that because that's not the important part. So you're gonna export the video, save it, all good. And then you're gonna wanna open up the app into Live. And over here, you're gonna wanna import the video that you just made. Now I believe it could be up to 30 seconds long, so you can make your like montage or whatever you want up to 30 seconds. So basically this is the video that I just made, and then you're just gonna wanna click make for the video, and it's gonna make your video, and then you just click save live photo, and then it saves it as a live photo. So when you go to your camera roll, you can see if you just hold on it, it's a live photo now. And then just set it as your background. Make sure that that little button down there is pressed so that it's a live photo, and boom, it's your background. I'm personally not going to change it because I'm too lazy to change it back, but you all know how to change your background, and that's how I made my video thing. Hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. Moving on. The next folder is games. I'm not going to go into detail with all these games because these are games I don't really play. Like, you can just look at the screen. These are the games that I have that I don't use that much, so I'm not going to waste time talking about them. Actually, you know what? I haven't played this game in literally over a year. Let's delete it. And you know what? This one too. And on second thought, we're probably not going to play that again either. So now I have these games. Okay, so first we have 1010. Bingo, we all know what bingo is. Sometimes I go through bingo phases, so I keep the app. Subway Surfer, you know what? We're gonna delete that too. I'm sick of this game as well. I'm literally just purging my phone right now. Pottery is a game that's really similar to that I Peel game. I know I said I wasn't gonna go into detail, but I'm gonna show you this game. It basically, oops, see, if you do that 3 times, then you lose, but it's such an easy game. I saw this on an Instagram ad as well. It was a pretty deceitful ad. Once again, it's literally the most pointless game, but it just passes the time well. And then we have Mahjong, which I don't know if you know what that is, but if you don't, it's basically like this. You have to make the matches, and then there's like a few more rules. I'm on level 134 out of 500, so that's cool. And then we have this game, which is basically just an Italian card game. I'm not gonna go much more into that. Then I have a food folder, which basically just has Uber Eats, Postmates, Panera Bread, Yelp, which I am such a Yelper. If I'm at a restaurant that I've never been to before, or sometimes even if I've been there before and I just want to see what other kinds of foods they have, I go on Yelp and I look at the pictures that people posted of their foods. So I use Yelp pretty frequently. And then I have Seamless, Grubhub, Domino's, and Dunkin' Donuts. Then I have a shopping folder, which just has Shein and Zaful, which are like those companies that you probably have heard about. I don't really shop on them that frequently, so I don't know why I have the apps, but they're there. I don't know. Actually, Zaffle I literally don't use at all. I would delete it, but like it's an incentive for me to shop, so I don't know. I'm not gonna delete it right now. Then I have Game Time, which basically just allows you to get concert tickets, sporting event tickets, Broadway show tickets, and stuff like that. I have StubHub, which does the same thing, Ticketfly, which does the same thing, and then TD Bank Alerts, which is another app for my bank. Then I have the Forever 21 app. Obviously, you can just shop on there. And then I have the T-Mobile Tuesdays app, which is actually a really cool app. If you have T-Mobile, every single Tuesday, they basically give you all these deals. So for example, next Tuesday, you get a free Whopper at Burger King. I don't really care because I don't really go to Burger King, but you get all this stuff. For a while, they were doing like free lattes on Tuesdays at Dunkin' Donuts. Pretty cool app. If you have T-Mobile, you could check it out. You can get some deals. Then I have the social media folder. I have Facebook, which I don't use. I have WhatsApp, which I don't really use that much except for like to talk to family overseas sometimes. And then I have Pinterest, which I used to use so frequently, but I'm not even like logged in on this phone because I don't know what my login was, so that's pretty crappy. Then I have Reddit, which I downloaded a while ago when I was like sick of the stale memes on Instagram. I used Reddit just so I can like read some more funny stuff. Now I don't really use it, but I also don't want to delete it because what if I want to use it one day? And then I have EDM Train, which is basically just an app that like shows you all the upcoming EDM events in your area, but I only really listen to EDM music. So yeah, I use that to see when my favorite artists are coming. And then I have Daily Horoscope. I'm a Sagittarius, and let's see what it says for me today. You may feel the need to
Clear the air with someone that you're been at odds with. This does not mean that you've done something wrong, Sagittarius. Even though you may
I don't really feel that's very accurate. I don't think I've been at odds with anyone. Oh my god, wait, yes I have. Let me reread that a little like more carefully. You know what? I don't care. And then I have the preview app. There's a bunch of apps exactly like this, but this is the one that I prefer. So basically you load up your Instagram feed and then you can like select what photos are gonna come next. And now I don't really use this all that much anymore because I don't have a traditional feed that I care about how it looks. However, I do kind of use it when I like know that there's some photos that I want to upload. I put them on there, and then when it comes time to upload them, I just take the photos directly from there so they don't get lost in my ginormous camera roll. And then I have TikTok, which, oh my god, if you would have told me a month ago that I would have the TikTok app on my phone, I would have told you that you're wrong and that that's just not gonna happen. However, I slowly found myself with all these TikTok videos in my recommendations, like TikToks that radiate Vine energy, stuff like that in my recommendations, and I kind of went down a rabbit hole. So I downloaded the app so I could see what it's all about. And I don't post my own TikToks, but I just wanted to have the app so that I wouldn't have to be subjected to compilations on YouTube. I could do my own free browsing. It's not as bad as I thought it was a few months ago. Then I have a folder called Travel. In here we just have Uber, Lyft, Juno, and Via, which are all practically the same thing, even though I think Juno and Via are New York City only. And then we have Transit, which is basically just an app that shows you all the buses and trains in New York City. I don't know if it's like for other cities too, but I know for sure that like obviously in New York it works, and I just use that to find out when the next subway is coming if I'm ever taking the subway. Then I have a folder called Entertainment where I have HBO Go, which I was using to watch Game of Thrones, but I kind of stopped because I can't watch any TV show for longer than like a little while. Then I have Lifetime, which I was using to watch Dance Moms, which contrary to what I just said, Dance Moms is the only show that I've been able to watch. I've literally been watching Dance Moms since 2011. I've seen every single episode, and I will probably continue to watch it until it literally stops airing, because why would I stop now? Like, I'm 9 seasons in already, like, or was it 8? It was 8 that just finished, but whatever. When season 9 starts, I'm about to be 9 seasons in. I'm never gonna stop watching Dance Moms. Then I have the Apple TV app, which I was using to download my Game of Thrones episode and watch on there. I could probably delete that app now that I don't use it anymore, but yeah, like, I still have it for whatever reason. And then I have the SoundCloud app, which I kind of just use to find underground EDM music. I don't really use it to listen to like SoundCloud rappers. And then on the last and final row, we have Netflix. I haven't watched anything on Netflix in a few months. I don't know what to watch. I really have no desire to watch a TV show for the time being, but if you can recommend me anything, I would appreciate it. So leave a comment down below, recommend me something that you think I should watch. Then I have YouTube Studio, which is basically an app that just shows all your video analytics. If you upload videos, you know what this is, and you can also directly respond to comments right then and there. And then I have the Amazon app, of course. There's just always Amazon packages coming to my house, whether it's me, my mother, or my father. Someone is always ordering on Amazon. It's actually ridiculous, but like, gotta love Amazon. And then we have the Notes app, which I use like a ridiculous amount. I was actually taking all my class notes on my laptop last semester, and then like I would also have them on my phone. I highly recommend doing that. If you have like a MacBook, I highly recommend taking your class notes on there, because then if you ever want to study on the go, you also have them on your phone, and it's just super nice to like have them in 2 places at like once. And then I totally forgot to say that at the bottom I have Snapchat, Safari, Messages, and Spotify. And that was everything on my phone. I'm gonna end this screen recording right now, and we're gonna do the outro. So I'm just gonna scoot back in the middle. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Why did I sing-song that? So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Tell me any apps that I had that you didn't have that maybe you downloaded now, or if you didn't download anything, like, I'm sorry then. This was absolutely pointless for you to watch, but yeah. Also, let me know if you guys like decide to do the live photo background thing, because I think it's really cool. Every time I show it to anyone, they're like, how did you do that? So I wanted to share it with you guys because that's just my little secret. It's not a secret, I would literally show anybody that asked, but not that many people know how to do it. So that's that. That was the video and then the outro, and here we are now saying peace out. I'll see you next time.
That was so cringy.
Dude, what am I freaking doing? What is this voice?
I'm sorry. Okay. Bye.